Stop.
Dad, I don't understand why things are the way they are. Son, what do you mean? Why are all of our resources owned by individuals? Why do we have limited governments? And why is our country regulated by supply and demand? Jimmy, our economy is based on a mixed market, and those are just characteristics of a mixed market economy.
What are you guys talking about?
Dad was just telling me about mixed market economy.
Isn't that what our economy is based off of?
Yes, you are correct. Wow, there are so many things that I need to learn about our economy. I'm going to go in my room and study.
Got it.
Boys do.
Yep.
Hey, Dad.
Hey Sarah, how's it going?
Good. I was wondering why the price of milk is cheaper when there is more produce and higher when there is less.
Oh Sarah, that's called supply and demand. Yeah, and in a free market economy, supply and demand determines the price.
How is that possible?
Well, the government has little or no control at all over the economy.
Wouldn't that cause a gap between the rich and the poor? Because the poor probably won't be able to afford what they need if the demand is not being met, because the price will increase.
Yes, that is exactly right. Only the people that can afford what they need are going to be able to get it.
Wow, that is so interesting.
I'm kind of glad our economy isn't set up like a free market economy. Aren't we all?
All right, Dad, time for our lesson.
Okay, let's hurry up and get this over with. You kids will appreciate this one day. Anyways, today we are going to breeze through the traditional economy, mainly used in less developed countries.
So, like in Africa and parts of Asia, right?
Yeah, great examples. So, basically you can think of the old trade days, like pioneers. People in this system generally don't have a currency or money, and they stick to trading goods and services. So don't people in less developed countries farm and stuff? Yes, their food sources generally come from fishing and hunting and farming. These families rely on one another and live in tribes and always stick to their traditions.
I bet that life is hard during the winters or monsoons. When the farms are destroyed, those people have to go hungry.
Well, the good thing is that the people stay aware of their resources and probably keep extra if they can. At least they live in a cleaner environment. That's true. Without technology and machinery, there is hardly any harm to the environment.
So I guess I can see both sides on the traditional economy. I'll try to remember this for class.
Glad this is over. Can I go now? Yeah, go to the dishes.
Dad, we are learning about World War II. I can't believe people live like that. Everyone has a certain job and can only drive certain cars. That's crazy.
Well, that's a command economy for you. In fact, oh, here we go. Anyways, that's a good topic for discussion today. Command economy, or essentially planned economy, has one central economic plan that owns typically all the resources. So basically, they own everything. Pretty much. The government even has large monopolies and are always making laws to stay in charge.
There's got to be a reason people do that, right? Like there has to be some kind of advantage.
Well, the centrally planned economics can mobilize resources quickly and transform a society positively. But do the advantages really outweigh the disadvantages? I mean, look at the examples throughout history. That's true, Jimmy. Because of rapid mobilization, other needs of the society can get forgotten, and there's practically no innovation.
Is that why communist countries are generally stuck with all the same old cars for a while?
Exactly. Because they only make a few things at a time for a few years and then swap to something different. Geez, that's weird. That's just the way the world works in some places. Alright, kids, I think it's time you learned.
About what?
Where all the prices come from. Supply and demand, of course.
I think we have learned about that in school.
Good. So, supply and demand are the basic factors that affect the prices of goods and services in the market. Finally, maybe I'll understand why video games are so expensive. Okay. So, supply is how much you have, and demand is the desire and means to own something that you want.
Pretty simple when you break it down.
Random
Work,
dancing.
to me, I be work. You see me do me
Okay, but really. Yeah, but I still don't understand why the prices have to be so high. What does that have to do with anything? Well, think about it. If demand is up and everyone wants something, then companies will produce more in order to keep up. But they need more money to be able to boost the supply quickly.
So they bump up the prices.
Exactly. So when they know a new video game is going to be out, they set a high price in order to make the most money. Yes, and when demand goes down, prices will follow. And that's where you find the markdown section.
Well, thanks, Dad. Maybe this will help us out in the future.
Hope so. Hey Dad, at school today we learned about market structures.
Really? So did we.
Well, let me tell you how I learned about economics.
Cool.
So, you have many types of market structures, but I just learned about perfect competition, oligopoly, and monopolies. Dad, those are the same things we learned about. Well, as it turns out, we both learned about market structures the same way, by going to school.
Well, do you remember that perfect competition is also pure competition and is the simplest type of market structure?
I do remember that. Also remember that an oligopoly includes barriers to entry, price war, collusion, price fixing, and cartels, like the drug cartel in Mexico.
Dinner's ready.
Be there in a minute, Tequila! Shut up, Mom!
Don't talk to Mama.
Well, in a monopoly, one firm dominates the market.
We also learned that a monopoly forms when barriers prevent firms from entering a market that has a single supplier.
You kids impress me. I'm so glad that y'all are getting to learn the same things that I did in school. Maybe it'll help you down the road in life.
Sarah. Mom. Jimmy. Oh crap, that's Dad. Jimmy.